Good morning. Welcome to morning meditation. We can start by bowing down to Shri Mataji, raising our kundalini and putting on a bandhan. Jai Shri Mataji. Let us settle down into meditation with a rag gunkali for the Nabhi chakra. Now let us sing one mantra to Sri Ganesha. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Ganesha Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. One mantra for the right Swadhisthana, Shri Hasrat Ali Fatima. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Hasrat Ali Fatima Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Shri Mataji, I do nothing. Verily, you are the doer, and you are the enjoyer. We'll say one mantra to Shri Yashoda. Om Tvameva Sakshat Shri Yashodhara Sakshat Shri Adi Shakti Mataji Shri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Say one mantra to Sri Lalita Chakra. Om Tvameva Sakshat Sri Lalita Chakra Swaminini Sakshat Sri Adi Shakti Mataji Sri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. And one mantra to Sri Adiguru Dattatreya. Om Tvameva Sakshat Sri Adiguru Dattatreya Sakshat Sri Adi Shakti Mataji Sri Nirmala Devi Namo Namaha. Now let's take our attention to Sahasrara, and in attention we can listen to the three great mantras.
Shri Mataji Tvameva Sakshat Shri Mahalakshmi Mahasaraswati Mahakali Trigunaatmika Kundalini Sakshat आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री आदिशक्ति माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः त्वमेव साक्षात् श्री कल्की साक्षात् श्री सहस्रार स्वामिनी मोक्ष प्रदायिनी माताजी श्री निर्मला देव्यै नमो नमः
Now, with our attention on Sahasrara, I have a couple of short videos to listen to from Shri Mataji's talks.
Another thing, a child doesn't have any fear. Child doesn't have any fear. Ganesha has no fear at all. In the same way, you should have no fear at all, no fear. As long as your mother is with you, why should you have any fear? Fear of this, fear of that, I'm frightened, I can't do this, I can't do that. The children never do. They'll try everything if you tell them. You should have no fear. I don't know what fear is. In the same way, you should have no fear. No fear of anything. Nothing is going to go wrong with you. But don't do wrong things. If you do wrong things, it will repel. It will work out on you. But don't do wrong things. Be straightforward. And nothing can harm you. Nothing can harm you. You have had so many experiences of this. How everywhere laid down for you, everybody is looking after you. There are so many deities who are working out things for you. But you have to be extremely careful that you do not develop this fear business. Because fear takes you to the left side, and once you go to the left side, you know the problems of the left side is, first of all, you go against Ganesha. Ganesha is standing at the base of the left. And then you develop cancers, you develop all these things, fear, and emotional problems, and all these things come. In emotions, you should be bubbling with joy. Joy is your emotion. In action, you should be thoughtless. And in ascent, you should be surrendered. That's all. It's very simple. Three mantras are very simple for children. They are like that.
Sorry about that.
This fear has to Behind all this nonsense is the dharma. So for that, what she does is to give Abhaydan. Under her protection, you are beyond fear. You are protected. But if you don't want to believe in yourself and you don't believe into her protection, then nobody can help. Because everything is mythical for you. In every venture that we take up, we should not have any fear because God is with you, is a fact, is the truth. You just try. But when you try through your ego, you fall into the trap of fear. I have seen egoistical people are the most frightened people and panicked because they panic others and so they think they can be panicked one day. When the English were here, first of all, in England, India, we were all frightened of them. Now, I see that in England, every English family is frightened of others. They'll only open a chink of the door to see who is there and shut it. They're so frightened. I'm surprised they are the same English who ruled us here. And we were so peevish before them. And now they are the ones who are frightened of us. Because when a person who is egoistical tries to dominate others, he sees himself in the mirror and thinks that the other person will dominate. That's how this fear creeps into our minds, and we start getting all kinds of these stupid tantrums out of this mythical fear. The fear is created by our ego. A person who has no ego, he'll have no fear because he has not harmed anyone. Why should you have any fear? And such a man or such a woman will be looked after by God because God takes over. When you surrender your ego to God, He takes over. But those who have ego, He says, all right, go ahead. Use your ego, try to protect yourself, cut your throat. That's what it is. So when I talk of total benevolence, I am talking about your own total benevolence. So first is the fear. Which should go out of your mind completely if you believe in the Almighty God. We'll say, you are Almighty God, you are Almighty this thing. It's all lip service. If you believe that God is Almighty and you are connected with God, then why should you have any fear of anything? But when we say don't have fear, another extreme comes up. We don't have fear, we can do what we like, we can perform everything ourselves, we need not tell anyone. You have to tell God whatever you are doing. You have to take permission, you have to inform in his darbar, in his court, that sir, we are thinking of doing such and such. But you think you are God? You are not. And that's why the another part of non-fear is this kind of an arbitrary behavior, which is very dangerous for Sahaja Yoga, for yourself, or for everybody else. The second fear, I have is that if I tell you anything, 99% of you understand is for your benevolence, is for your good. But there is 1% of people who can just react because they have too much ego and they won't take it because they don't think of their own benevolence. They don't understand that if I am telling them anything, it is just to give them completeness, totality. But on the contrary, they take a very wrong attitude. This is another nonsense. So now one has to develop a kind of a indifference to this kind of people who unnecessarily go to the other limit of their own destruction. I don't want to see what is the point in everything that I am telling. Only I can tell you, who else? I have to tell you what's wrong with you, what you have done wrong, and then you must change it. This ether, as you know, we are using now for our television, for our radio, for every sort of a collective work. So we have to be in charge of the ether element as yogis. And that is the subtlest of all, in the sense that you permeate into everything with that. And is above all. Like plastic also permeates into everything. Plastic. Into matter, into everything, up to the air. But it cannot enter into ether. So the negativity cannot enter into ether. So when you enter into your ethereal zone, you actually enter into the area which is thoughtless awareness. So to achieve your ethereal state, you have to expand your thoughtless awareness. And the sustenance of that is done by Christ, by the Spirit. So you can realize now, as a yogi, your state of mind should be ethereal. And what should be the state of your superego? This is the ego part of it, that you should be in ethereal state. And as a superego, you should see it as a play. You should see the play of the negative. Negativity will run away, but don't get involved into it. Play into their hands. Then the negativity will separate from you.
Welcome, dear one. I've been
Now we can settle into meditation. I have some instrumental piano music and from Bagas Sentosa from Indonesia. It is a series of different tracks. When you're finished your meditation and ready to leave, please bow down to Shri Mataji, tie up your kundalini and put on a bandhan. Jai Shri Mataji. Jai Shri Mataji, thank you for joining in with everyone this morning meditating. Thank you, Shri Mataji, for allowing us to meditate together. May we become fearless, and may negativity go away. Jai Shri Mataji.